Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey guys.
Nikki says hello. So, we wanted to come on, and we haven't done one of these in a while. So, we're going to have a little sit down. We've got a million videos to go over there.
A
whole bunch. I mean, we're looking at Vaughn's Park Return, the Other Cemetery Night, First Settler Cemetery, Return to Settlement Cemetery, and last but not least, the best one by far, Return. Oh, not Return.
No.
That's with Tyler. Excuse me. Tearing the Track. It's so good I can't even remember the name. Anyways, so let's go through some of those. We've got a couple other things we want to update you guys on, and we'll go from there. And go Yankees, by the way.
Go Yankees.
The Yankees are killing it. 9 wins.
Loving them Yankees.
9 wins up today in a row.
Wow. I didn't know it was 9 in a row. Excellent.
So, good job, guys. Where do we begin? Vaughn's Park?
Sure.
So, Vaughn's Park, if you guys are caught up on our videos, you will know that is basically my dad's backyard, where he grew up. His house is in front of Vaughn's Park, so he was a hellion back in there. He has got some stories, you guys, that are, I would say they're pretty damn funny.
Yep, they're good ones.
So that explains why the ghosts were calling for my dad. The spirits, whatever was back there.
Mm-hmm. A lot.
I mean, we're talking about him and his friends going up there and throwing apples at campers.
Lots of stories.
He's got a lot of stories. They're pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days, we're actually going to be doing a sit down with my dad, and he's going to kind of give his life story on his channel. We'll probably show you guys a link to that. It's kind of more for the family, but if you want to hear some funny stories,
He's got them.
he's got the funny stories. So, but back on to Vaughn's Park. Like I said, if you go listen to it during the day and the night, there was a lot of what did we use that night?
What do you mean?
We used the Paravox
Paravox
and then the Necrophonic.
Necrophonics, yeah. Just the
Both of those were going crazy, saying Dave, David, which is my dad, and it called it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really did.
I believe we even got a EVP of Dave,
I think so.
and it was pretty crazy. And I mean, the thing is for all of you that think that those don't work, explain that. I would say it worked.
Yeah, I agree.
During the day one, as Nikki and I are kind of going up the little hillside on the trail, you hear a little girl come across, and she says, balls.
Mm-hmm.
Was it ball or balls?
I want to say it was balls, but I don't remember.
I think it was. Which, cool. We went up, did a little bit more investigating. While we were coming back down, we had a huge boulder come rolling out of nowhere. Like, literally, there was a sagebrush that was right there.
I think so.
And then just the rest was small grass. Above it, there's nothing.
It's just a hill.
It's just a little hill. There's no boulders, nothing up there. We couldn't find the boulder that came rolling down. But as we got past that part, we found a Frisbee.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought that it was one of those plate holders, and I went in there to see what it was to grab it, and it happened to be a Frisbee. On my way in there, I found a ball. Right above that ball was another ball. So we found the little girl's toy ball, plural. Grabbed the frisbee, came out, and started to come back down. On the way down, we found 2 more, and it's weird because it's a frisbee golf area. There's no other things taken on in there, no other sports.
Right.
So how the balls got in there, we don't know. But we do now have 4 of the balls that we collected on that one, and they are going in the haunted collection. We'll probably return 2 of them for her, but the other 2 we're keeping. Souvenirs. So during the day, it was peaceful, but it wasn't that scary.
Not really active. I mean, kind of, but not really. But not really.
There was a lot of energy because there was a lot of people there in the area. I want to say that was Easter, wasn't it? No, that wasn't an Easter.
Close to it, I think.
That was on my birthday.
Yes, that was. Yep.
That weekend. So there was a lot of people up there walking the trails. So the energy was pretty high up there. A couple nights later, Nikki and I went at nighttime to test out the day to the night. And the nighttime was a little bit more interesting. And there again, we got a lot of Dave, David. But as soon as we start that video, right at the beginning when we get out of the truck, we're standing by the fence and we are watching a shadow. And the shadow is moving like crazy. And you think it's from the tree, but none of the other branches are moving.
And you can see that.
And
they're not moving.
You can literally see that nothing's moving except for that one shadow.
The wind wasn't blowing.
Wind wasn't blowing. It was
Nothing.
it was dead silent. So we started working our way up. There again, all we were getting was David, because he was a helling in the background, which makes a lot of sense. There comes a part, it kind of looks like a hallway of trees. Like, it's really weird. It's just, 5 foot?
Yeah.
5 foot by maybe 9-10 feet.
Right.
So it's a hallway of trees. Right as soon as we crossed that barrier, it got freezing cold. Like instantly. 1 minute you cannot see our breath. To the next minute, that's all you can see is our breath. And that's when everything, all of our devices started getting really active. And we started to see like almost shadow figures.
Yeah.
And it's...
Hearing a lot.
It was crazy. We started working our way back. On our way back, we got a lot of murderous words across like the parabox and all that. We got murdered, we got shot, we got shotgun, we got buried, stabbed. Stabbed was one of them. Just a lot of that kind of stuff. And looking back from now till 1950, there's been no murders in the area. I mean, we could go back further to see the documentation of everything, but as of now, from now until 1950, nothing. So, Dad, you got away with those murders. But as we went back further, you can hear in there's wind chimes. And the wind chimes, as we were getting closer to them, they got quieter.
Right.
But as soon as you get back from them, they got louder. There was no houses right there. And we pulled up Google Earth, and there is nothing in that whole area at all.
Just and trees.
Just trees and like a creek bed going up. And we couldn't find the source of those wind chimes, so that was kind of spooky.
Yeah.
And then, let me look at my notes here. So we asked the name of who we were talking to, and we got the name Otis. And Otis, he talked to us 3 times.
Yeah.
So he told us his name, his name.
Right.
He said that he was from the area, And then we asked where he was, and he said in heaven.
Right.
So it was kind of cool, especially after hearing murdered, stabbed, shot, killed, blown up,
Bullets.
whatever.
No, it wasn't bullets.
It was rifle.
Rifle. Yeah, that was it.
It was rifle. And it wasn't...
It said doctor, too. I remember that one.
Yeah, it did say doctor. And then yours said nails.
Mm-hmm.
The prayer box said nails.
Mm-hmm.
And the necrophonic said nails at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
So, I mean, it was just weird.
Yeah, really weird.
And the other weird thing is there was a bunch of kids down below us. And, time out. There was a bunch of kids down below us, and we could hear them until we crossed that barrier. As soon as we crossed that barrier, you couldn't hear them.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Like, almost dead silent in the area. You could hear the wind chimes, but it was dead silent, and you could hear... I don't know which one that was.
What?
One of these made a noise. One of the computers, it went beep-beep-beep.
Huh.
Did you not hear it?
Mm-mm.
No, it was probably this one then. Anyways, so we started coming back out, and as soon as we hit that area again, the temperature went right back to how it was.
Nothing.
She's acting like she's seeing a ghost or something. Anyways, so we got through that barrier, and the temperature almost went back to normal. Like it was a little bit, a little bit chillier when we went in, and as soon as we came out, it was like almost back to normal.
Right.
Like it was weird. So that's another place that I would like to go and visit again. We're trying not to wear it all out. But I would like to do a one person, one night alone.
No.
I vote Nikki. Anyways,
Everybody else votes you.
I've done my fair share. So we'll move on to the next video. The next video was another cemetery night. This is one that Nikki and I went on, kind of spare of the moment. Once again, can't tell you where it was. All of these were no dusk till dawn. Oh, no, it's backwards. Sorry, I'm not with it today.
No.
So they weren't posted dusk till dawn.
Right.
Which
So
means
he wasn't trespassing or...
it's wide open for me, baby. So we went in there, and it was fairly quiet.
Yeah, it really was.
We did find out that the IR light works as sunlight, apparently,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of those lights in the cemetery have sensors on them. As soon as they catch that IR light, we can't see it with the naked eye, but these cemetery lights were catching it and they'd turn off, and it was freaking us out
Yeah.
until we figured it out. You know, there was those couple things that we saw out of the corner of our eyes. Nothing too spooky.
The noise.
The what?
That one noise.
Which one?
That loud. It sounded like wood dropping on top of a wood pile or something. I don't know. It was like super loud though.
And it was just cold and windy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just one of those nights. As we were walking back to the vehicle, you'll notice that Nikki stopped. And she kind of got a little freaked out. I know Nikki, and you can tell when she's scared.
Is
And
it that obvious?
she saw something stand up. And at first I didn't see anything, but when she explained where it was, I could see something standing there. It looked like a headstone, but the headstone started to move. And that's where I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
When you start seeing a headstone moving at you pretty fast,
It startles you a bit.
it scares you. So we both jumped into the Jeep and
I tailed it out of there.
we took off. I was going to try and film it as we drove by, but it was gone. That cemetery is known to have not cult stuff,
Oh, yeah.
but there's some devil worshippers known to go up in there.
Right.
But the way it was moving, it wasn't a person.
No,
It was big.
it was like, you know how like when you run it's kind of like up and down? This was like just straight forward.
Yeah.
Like,
So like
no
what she's
bouncing.
saying, when you're running, you're kind of bouncing. This was just straight right at us. So that one was pretty creepy. Moving on to another cemetery that Nikki and I did. We didn't have any kids for the night, and it happened to be a full moon. This one was called the First Settlers Cemetery. And it happened to be one of the first cemeteries of our area. Also called Fort Mon.
Mm-hmm.
And that night was, it started out kind of disturbing. Nikki and I walked over to a grave and we put the cat balls on there and we just started to do our investigation. Why we were doing it, and it wasn't caught on camera, and this is the part that really pisses me off. The IR light drowned it out, whatever it was. But we had a figure go maybe 3 feet away from our face.
Yeah, it wasn't that far at all.
Like we both at the same time freaked out. But it was a figure that right in front of our face. Like if we would have reached out, we probably would have tripped the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
We were kind of bummed that it didn't show up on there because
It was.
she had the camera right on it, and it was,
I was excited because I thought
right
I
there.
caught it. And then when we was going over it, it wasn't there, and it was kind of disappointing.
It was very disappointing. The other thing that didn't get caught on there that was super loud, and I'm surprised it didn't, when we were walking over to that area to do the investigation,
Mm-hmm.
there was like a 2x4 sound, like a crack, loud crack. There was no wind. It was cold, but there was no wind. So it wasn't a branch falling, and it was literally like a 2x4.
Yeah. Like it
Like
didn't-
snapped in half.
Yeah, it was really loud.
It was loud. It was really kind of disturbing. So, once again, that's another one we didn't hear. And the thing that sucks about these is we can't prove it because it wasn't on camera. But that's kind of the name of the game. Is what it is.
Yeah.
We got to see it, and it was cool. A couple other things in that night. About the middle of it,
What?
the black object.
Oh, yeah.
So about the middle of the video, we see a black object go into a grave. And I was thinking, number one, it could be a spirit. Number two, it could be an animal. Or number three, my eyes are just playing with me. So Nikki and I walked towards it, and I kept the light on there, the IR light, to make sure that it wouldn't go anywhere. Because you could kind of still see it around the headstone.
All right.
And it was just kind of like went into the grave. Well, when we got there, we read off the name of the grave, and the name was Thomas Lishman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a week later,
Yeah, about that.
about a week, 2 weeks later, my dad informed me that Thomas Lishman was his great-grandpa.
Yeah. Or grandpa, one of the two.
It was either his grandpa or great-grandpa. And it's just weird that out of all of those graves,
Mm-hmm.
that's where we got led to,
Yeah.
which was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was very crazy that, you know, we're talking about our family being in there.
Yeah, we both got a lot of family members in there.
Mom's, Lishman's, it's all my family. She's got her grandpa in there.
Hall.
The Halls, and there was a
Halls.
million Halls in there. And it was really odd that it took us to that grave.
Almost like it was trying to say something or show us something, like, I don't know how to explain it.
And I wish we would know what it was trying to show us.
Yeah,
Because that has to happen for a reason.
right.
I don't know any other why it would take us there.
Right.
And like I said, I do not know that cemetery. I don't know any of my ancestors in there. But when my dad told me who it was, my hair stood up on my arms, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Weird.
what else happened that night? Just a lot of
It was
things
the
out of
full
like
moon.
corner of our eyes. And with it being the full moon, like as soon as the moon came out from behind the clouds, it was almost happy time.
Yeah, like it lit up.
It was almost like doing a investigation during the day. Like it was just, you could see all around you. It wasn't scary at all. Oh, not to mention the IR light.
What?
I mean the thermal imager.
Oh, that's right.
So if you watch the video, we show the thermal imager, and you can see an object, and it looks like it's coming up out of the ground, and then it goes back in, and then it comes back out, and it's just like standing there. There's nothing over there. There was a couple trees by it,
Right.
but you're not going to
nothing
see a tree coming in and out.
like- Right.
Like it was forming, and then it would kind of go back down. And we caught it maybe a couple times.
Yeah.
And you can actually see it on there. We turned off the IR light and showed the thermal imager. So that's a good one to go watch. About a week later, we did the return to the settlement area,
Mm-hmm.
cemetery. That was done with Ty. She was pretty brave through the whole thing. She was a little bit scared getting there, and once she got in there and going, she rocked it. She nailed it pretty good. Some of the things that happened in there, like, I read my notes, I'm kind of going through this. We saw a lot of the figures, you know, like, same thing as always, stuff out of the corner of your eye. If it's not filmed, I can't prove it. But it's something that we get to witness. So we're not going to force that on your guys saying, oh, nope, you got to believe it.
Right.
That's something that we believe because we saw it. We can't prove it, but we saw it. A lot of noises. We kind of made that one a short video. When Tyler and I were walking back, we needed to take some pictures for thumbnails for the YouTube stuff, and we couldn't get a good picture for the life of us. If you look at the pictures at the end of the video, it looks like there's a thumb in front of it, but when we were putting the video together, Nikki and I were looking at it closer, and you can see through it. It's not a thumb. It's not a foreign object. You can see through it.
Yeah, that's really weird.
And we took pictures from all different sides, and I do remember a couple of them that I actually had my hand completely out of the way, and they were all blurred. Tyler took a bunch of pictures. Hers were all blurred. So
Really weird.
it was really creepy. When Tyler and I were leaving, we wanted to show you guys where the next ghost hunt was going to be. And that was the train tracks. Well, it's maybe half a block away from the cemetery. At the bottom of the hill is where we were at. And there you have the road and the train tracks. We got out and we started showing the train tracks. And if you wear headphones, if you turn your volume up all the way, you will hear a growl. That growl we heard with our ears. You'll hear gates kind of moving with chains. There's no farms in that area. There's no gates. There's no chains. There's nothing but a little swampy area and then the cemetery. So that got us back into the truck real quick.
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't there.
She's glad she wasn't there.
Hmm.
Then it brings us to the very scary one. And this one, Nikki was going to go, but she was too tired.
Yeah, I was tired on that one.
But I got home, and then she was up for...
Then I couldn't go back to sleep.
So she could have gone. Anyways, this one actually got to me. When I put the video together, the video's 47 minutes. Somewhere around there, about 47 minutes. And it took me 4 hours.
Yeah, it took a long time to get there.
With all the responses in there, it took me 4 hours just to put the responses in.
Like intelligent responses.
The thing that gets me the most on this, that I tried to explain in the video, the app that we were using, it scans radio channels. And a spirit can manipulate those radio channels and give you a full-on sentence. The voices we were catching, as you could tell from the voice, are demonic. I don't know any DJs, I don't know any radio stations or anything that plays voices like that. The other weird thing is, that voice is the only voice that was coming through. I mean, we heard it how many times?
That was a lot.
Multiple times. And that's really odd to have that many times to hear the same voice.
Over and over, repeatedly.
And it sounded like it was like a complete different language, a language I've never heard.
Right.
There was a lot of laughing from it. If you notice, there's that one part where not the big jump, but kind of a littler jump, and then you have that demonic voice laughing. That goes to show you that this stuff's real. And then it gets to the big one that completely freaked the hell out of me. The loud bang. That, because I was trying to listen to another, if you listen, there's a little female voice that's talking. And I said, what? And then I was waiting for a response from her, and then there was the big whack. That sounded like something just smacked something, I don't know. It was loud. Again, apologize about the language in that one. I tried to bleep it out, I really did. But like we've said before, you guys are seeing real responses. As they happen. That's a real response of me screaming like a little girl and running. I didn't run, I wanted to run, but I also wanted to see what was there. There was just a lot of weird stuff. If you listen really close, that's one that you guys will want to listen to with your headphones on, because the train sounds are insane.
Crazy. That was cool.
Like, couldn't hear it with my bare ears. It wasn't coming across any of the devices, but you can hear the train sounds. You can hear the horn. Mm-hmm. There's a couple times you can hear the train coming down the track, the deep rattle that's going on the track, and it was pretty creepy.
Made me glad I didn't go on that one.
Well, we're going to be hitting that one again. The thing that kind of threw me off, though, the most was that can. Somebody had been there before us because there was a can on the ground, and it was almost a fresh spill. Like, I would honestly say within half hour, 45 minutes of us being there, somebody was there. And that's why I kept saying who's there. That's why I kept looking over the sides to see if anybody was underneath there, and there was nobody around. Unfortunately, that goo that I put my hand in was bird shit.
Ew.
Yeah, that was awesome. Can't really fight a ghost with bird shit on your hand. It was just a creepy thing. I mean, number one, I was alone. Number two, I just got done blowing the damn death whistle twice. Number three, it's dark. All the incidents that happened there, the elderly male and female that died together in their car, we were standing right where their bodies were recovered. The younger male and female, the teens, like I said, those two dying were two separate incidences. So, but I believe one was hit, and then the other one was hit in a car. We'll find those stories and we'll post them on here for you. But we just got a lot of intelligent responses on that one. We got a lot of EVPs on that one that came through the mic on the camera. And it was just scary. Like, that was one I was glad to leave. But it felt like something was walking with me. And I'll say it, I think that place has a demonic attachment to it. There's just something in that area. We did find out that in that area there was a hobo camp.
I think that's what it was.
A long, long time ago. They would go over to my great-grandfather's house and ask him for food, and he'd give them food. But it makes you wonder, was there a murder? Is there, like my dad said, any unmarked graves in the area that nobody knows about?
You never know what could have happened.
Anything could have happened in that area. I mean, you're in the trees. You have a creek. A train goes through there. There's nothing there. So who knows?
Yeah.
What could have happened in there? It's probably something we can't find in a newspaper clipping.
Right.
I would like to find what happened, but I don't think we'll find it. If you watch that one, go back through it, watch it again with headphones on. You will get a complete different, whole different thing with it.
Outlook on it.
You'll hear the train, you'll hear everything. It's cool. What else was I going to cover with that one?
With the ghost hunt?
So a lot of the times, I know people kind of question, why don't we answer when we hear it come across? Like our devices.
Right.
So a lot of the times, the adrenaline is so high that we just don't hear it. Sometimes they say it so fast, we don't hear it. It's not that we're not paying attention. It's not that it's added in later. What?
Can't recognize it, like you said, because of the adrenaline.
Well, and a lot of times when we go over the evidence,
right,
we're full on listening with headphones, everything. So if it's really quiet, like the whispers, we'll hear it when we're going back through it. But I mean, on this last one with that demon talking to us,
yeah,
you guys, I wish you all understood. That voice came through on everything. That doesn't happen. That should have been like 12 different voices coming through. But it was the same demonic voice coming through.
Creepy.
She got the chills. And then that happened at the end with whatever it was. It scared the hell out of me. Also, if you listen, you can hear a train right after that. You can hear a train, and then you can almost hear like a train conductor or somebody saying, "Get off the..." We don't know what he's saying. We thought he was saying, "Get off the tracks." Like, very weird, but there's a train sound with it. I have never heard like a train sound come through on one of our talking devices.
Yeah.
Like, that was the other really odd thing. That's a good one. I think we're going to be hitting that one again. Of course, on the next one, it'll probably be 2 of us instead of 1.
Yeah.
Somebody will be going.
As long as I'm not alone, I'm okay with it.
Oh, should be alone.
No.
We'll split up.
No way.
Just a very scary place. The next places that we want to get to, we've had a couple of requests. One of the requests, get this is a good one. The fairgrounds.
Ooh.
The fairgrounds that we live by was a Japanese... No, it wasn't Japanese, it was a German.
Yeah, German.
World War
isolation
II
camp or
concentration camp.
concentration camp, that's what it was.
So the World War II German soldiers, the POWs, were brought back and they were put in the camp down here at our fairgrounds. A lot of the buildings have been removed, but the grounds are still there. They were treated really good. A lot of them got to go work on the farms around here. They got treated really good, which is awesome. That's the way it should be. But we had a request to go do that one, to sit in the middle of the fairgrounds with a camera, all of our devices.
That could be exciting.
One guess on whose idea that was.
I don't know.
Tyler.
Ah,
You are a smart little girl.
smart gal.
Like I said, Vaughn's Park, I want to do with one person. It'll probably be me. And then the train tracks, we want to run a double team to see if we get the same reactions. And then at that time, we are hitting the worm season.
Yes.
So expect some very good stuff coming up.
Yeah.
We won't say it all. We are waiting on one person to get back to us about seeing
A very exciting one.
a very exciting one. It's scary when you walk in there. We have had a couple things happening around the house. The other day I was sitting exactly right here. It was like early morning, and I was reading my emails and my news, and clear as day, a little girl went walking right in front of me, walked right up the stairs, and I thought it was Nikki's daughter. It was that real. So I got up from my chair to go tell her it's time to go to school. There was nobody up there at all. Nobody. And so I came back downstairs, and she was still sitting in the front room on the couch. It was real. Like a little girl, I thought it was her daughter. Creepy.
Yeah. I'm glad I wasn't here.
Very creepy. Another thing that's happened in the house. Was that last night?
What? Oh,
We were playing with the spirit box?
No, well, not the spirit box. The
Necro.
No, when we was in the bedroom. Remember?
Well, I know. Before that,
Oh,
we were on the necrophonic.
yeah, yeah.
And we were asking questions. You guys, we got some very scary responses.
Mm-hmm.
One of the responses was from our doll.
Mm-hmm.
We asked who we were talking to, and it said Anna. And it was not a good time talking to her. We'll leave it at that.
Don't like her very much.
Yeah. She's not a very nice doll. She's got more scratches inside her box. After that, we kind of started getting settled down, you know. Dickie was getting ready for bed. And then we heard... How would you explain those?
I don't even know. It was like...
They were like booms and rattling and like just... It almost...
like at a high pitch, too. Like it was just... I don't even...
It was loud. Like, coming from downstairs while we were upstairs in our room... There was like booms, rattling, but it was like a higher pitched, and it was loud. Like it almost sounded like a rabbit caught in a trap, just sitting there trying to get out.
Right.
And it was doing it for a good 30 seconds.
Yeah, because we looked at each other, and it was still doing it, and then we both got up, and
it came downstairs, and there was nothing.
Yeah, like it was just weird. Really
there was nothing
weird.
down here. There was other noises throughout the night.
Yeah.
But it was pretty creepy. So one of these nights this week, or possibly next week, we're gonna have to do a investigation on the house to make sure that everything is still on the up and up. Like I've said in the beginning, we don't want anything out of their cages, like that girl up there.
Nothing following.
Nothing following us back. We like to know what's in our house. So
we can sleep at night.
But I think that's one that we will do live. So make sure that you're watching your YouTube shorts, because we will go on there and we'll tell you when we're going to do it. But I think that one we will do live.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We could probably even do it like Friday night.
Yeah, I would say so.
So I'd almost say plan on doing it Friday night. We'll come up with a time. Friday night, the
6th.
The 6th. Friday night the 6th. I would plan on it.
Yeah, I would say so. We don't got anything else going on, so.
We're kind of lame. So let's plan on that. May 6th. What is the 6th?
It's the 7th. It's my dad's birthday. Is there something going on the 6th?
I don't know. Anyways, we'll do that live. We'll do a little bit of questions in here with the spirit box. The only thing that sucks is we can't do it by our cell phones. We can't go live on the cell phones because we don't have 1,000 subs yet. Once we hit 1,000 subs, then we can go live on our cell phones. So we pretty much got to do the investigation where we're at. But we'll make sure it's dead silent.
That'll be exciting.
And then we'll check in with Anna and Ellie even. Ellie's been pretty quiet.
Yeah.
She's came through on a couple of our investigations, but she's been really quiet.
Mm-hmm. I like Ellie.
We did get a whole bunch of new haunted objects. Let me show you those real quick. First off, we have got this doll, little Russian doll, one of the ones that kind of pulls apart, goes to the next. As you start getting her smaller and smaller, her clothes become less and less on this one.
She gets down to a baby.
She gets down to her chonies and then down to her birthday suit. And they show it. So
Very
this
weird.
one's kind of creepy. But that's one of the things we'll be investigating at some point. This next one, this is very cool, and I am very happy to have these here. These are super, super old. They come from Italy, and they're super, super old.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Let's see if I can do this without dropping them. So we've got a couple of these. There's the screen. And they are not cheap. They're not. What do you think
They're
that
not
metal
flimsy,
is?
They're not.
Did we decide that might be?
I don't know for sure. It's very thick, sturdy metal.
So it's either a brass of some sort, not even a brass. CRB 235,
I don't know what that means.
made in Italy. I don't see any other markers, but there's two others. These mirrors are supposedly you're not supposed to hang them up because you will see things in there. That's why they haven't been hung up. These mirrors are not going up on the wall.
No.
From the stuff that we've heard that can be seen in these, they won't be going up on the wall. They will actually be covered and possibly put away. We're still working on the upstairs. What do you want to call that?
What?
The cage, the haunted cage.
Oh.
Closet. It's the haunted cage. We'll call it a haunted zoo. How's that? So those will be in there.
The Dungeon of Doom.
You guys will recognize this chick. We got Raggedy Ann. She's kind of creepy. I haven't really felt much with her. This next object, you guys, is super old. It's on rice paper.
Cool.
Is that what we decided
Yeah,
it is? It's like rice paper.
There's a signature on it.
There's also like she said, a signature.
It's in
A
different language, though, so we don't know.
Yeah, it's in a different language. It is very old. Like, it's in a plastic cover. The frame, obviously, we threw it in the frame because I don't want it bent. I don't want it ruined because it's so old.
Very cool.
And it's paint. It's like some kind of weird paint. But there is an Egyptian thing. Sorry, that light's kind of... There we go. So it's got some ancient Egyptian writing on the bottom of it. But, what?
What?
All that stuff has happened since this came into the house.
Ew. I don't like that. That's not cool. Because that's one of the newest things, huh?
Yeah.
Ew.
And all of this stuff started happening as soon as this was brought into the house.
And it's down here where the noises were.
It's down here where the noises were.
Oh, great.
Oh, you guys. We're going to do one on this. One of these times, we'll go through all the items that we have. Because, I mean, there's just so many items. But that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Like, that's crazy.
Ew. Ugh.
That is crazy. Wow.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't even think about it either.
Wow.
But it makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that makes me feel uneasy.
Well, just think about how old it is.
Yeah.
Think about where it comes from, the history with it.
Right. I want to know what it. I mean, I'm sure it's a name.
Oh, I'm sure it's a name too, but the way it's written, it's like old Egyptian writing.
Right.
Like, it is so cool looking.
Yeah, it's way cool.
We might be doing an investigation on that, you guys. That's probably what all of this is.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
All of this has been happening recently,
Cleansing or something.
and that was just brought in.
Ew.
Cool.
Ew.
Not you. The end of the month, Mickey and I will be in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Little vacation, going up to see my sister. You guys can actually follow her on TikTok.
TikTok.
And she also has a channel here on YouTube. So maybe we can get a collab with her.
That'd be cool.
That'd be kind of fun. Tell me what you think about that, Jamie. That'd be really kind of fun. I'm going to take all this stuff with me just in case we find somewhere to go. We are going to be doing the prison.
I was gonna say, tell them where we're going.
We're going to be touring the prison, and I'm actually going to be wearing my body cam when we go through. So we'll make a video of it. So if you guys want to see what the inside of the Wyoming prison looks like, I will have my body cam on.
That will be.
We were going to do an investigation on it, but they want a lot of money deposit-wise. You don't get your deposit back. Plus you have to pay per person.
Per hour.
And you have to have their employees with you. So it's like
Controlled.
very controlled. And it's, from the sounds of it, you have to do it during the day. And it's just like, you know.
They take all the fun out of it.
But we're going to be in an old area, so we might be able to find some other places to hunt while we're there. So we'll see what we can get out of that. Things have been going good with us. Hope things have been going with you guys. Don't get scared when you don't see a video for a little bit. A lot of times we're just real busy at work. We're trying to work and juggle 3 channels and do the family life and still try to get some sleep.
Yeah. In between all that.
And then in between all that, we're trying to get things hooked up for ghost hunts, but it's worth it. Like, I don't regret any of it.
I don't know. It's fun.
I enjoy every little bit of it, and I hope you guys do too. If you guys get bored, if you guys want to check out our, what is that called?
What?
The Amazon wish list.
Oh.
If you want to check that out, check it out. Links down below. Just because you're checking it out, you don't have to buy anything off it. Those are some ideas that we have coming up that we want to try out. Just as our funds come in, we'll be getting stuff off there to try out. And there's some real cool stuff in there.
Exciting.
Like the Tesla coil.
Yeah.
That's going to be scary.
Crazy scary.
So we got summer coming. It's here, basically.
Looking forward to that.
Get ready for some fun stuff.
Oh yeah. Bear River Massacre, here we come.
Yes, that's the other one. I don't have a date for it because we're kind of waiting on circumstances. The first night that we have free,
We're going.
we're going to be heading back up to the Bear River Massacre site with the Amazon, the Aztec Death Whistle. What was that, our first video?
I don't remember, but that's
The massacre site.
That's where we got that.
That's on this channel, correct?
I
Yeah,
don't
it is.
remember. Is that
Anyways, we got some.
very cool?
No, we didn't record it. We got some recording, and it went on to TikTok.
Oh, I don't remember that.
We went up there last time, and we got Native American responses in their language. We even had to look it up.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
Very,
Like,
very cool.
very awesome. And the first night that we're free, hopefully this week sometime, we are going to head back up there and probably spend a good hour, 2 hours up there.
Oh yeah, at least.
With the responses that we were getting while we were up there,
This is like what I'm super excited for.
they were amazing. And now that we've got more firepower on our side with
More
all of our devices,
equipment.
more equipment, all of that, it's going to be awesome.
You're
So,
not fun.
I hope that you guys have enjoyed this time. We like to get a video here and there, kind of reviewing the videos. We could go through and review every single one of them, take clips, take cuts, whatever.
We'd be here all night.
We would be here all night, especially on that last one. If you guys haven't seen any of those, we encourage you to go back through, watch them. The best way to watch our videos is with headphones, good headphones, and make your screen full size. Then you'll see all of like we don't go by orbs. If you're new here, we don't go by orbs.
Mm,
Once in a while, we'll go by bigger orbs.
right.
But the little dusty orbs flying in and out, insects, all that, we really don't go by.
Shadow figures, all sorts of stuff.
A lot of stuff. So, like I said, go back through, watch all of our videos. Make sure you guys are giving us thumbs up. Like I said, we work real hard on these. So we just hope you guys are enjoying them. Enjoying the dub zone. We hope that you guys are enjoying. I can't even talk tonight. We hope that you like them as much as we do. Because like I said, it takes a lot of time from each other. Even though sometimes we do go out on hunts together, when I come back I have to put it all together, and she's usually there punching me in the side of the head.
Keeping him awake. 'Cause
Something.
Don't get much sleep.
So we appreciate you guys for watching. We appreciate everything you guys do. Share our videos, comment. We love the comments. We answer every comment that we get. So leave a comment, at least say hi. Share it with your friends.
Maybe you
Share it
should give
with-
up for the night.
Well, we're cutting it.
No, I mean, just talking. You're struggling with the words.
I'm not
tonight.
talking. You got to finish it out.
Uh-uh.
Anyways, guys, we really appreciate you. That's what we're trying to say.
Yep.
We couldn't do this without you. So, we're going to end it on that note now that we're almost an hour in.
Oh well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a good one.
About an hour.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys want to see down in the comments. Give us a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, make sure that you hit that subscribe and you ding that bell so that way you know when John and Nikki are coming out
With the new video.
with a new video. Just a new video.
Yeah.
Not,
Anything else.
you get my drift. You guys take care, and thank you again, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye!